like as a whole, like as a total project between all streaming platforms, 100,000 like quick, like fairly like quick. So it was just like, okay, we got something. But it was tough even after that because now it's like, how do we build on that? How do we make this bigger? Because obviously this is a step in the right direction, but it's not where we want to be yet. What's good, y'all? This is I Hate You, Alex, and while you're sleeping, I'm making history.
How did you like first find your love for music?
Yeah, man, shout out to my pops. My pops, he was always putting me around all types of music, like all different types of music. Obviously hip hop, so Bone Thugs and Harmony and Pac and Big and Nas, all that's really cap. Not really Nas. Pops don't really care for Nas like that, but like a bunch of artists hip hop wise. But then also too, it was like Lenny Kravitz, Amy Winehouse. Back then it was like Usher. The Confessions album, Lauryn Hill. The Fugees, like Daft Punk. You know what I mean? Like I got hip to a lot of different sounds, and I got it so young. You know what I mean? So and from there it kind of just grew. And then I started liking my own shit, and then kind of just putting all the pieces together myself and figuring out what I like. And I mean, it's everything. It's I just had this conversation with a friend too. It's like obviously hip hop, but it's like jazz. It house music. I love the shit out of house music. You know what I mean? R&B, soul, funk. You know what I mean? Oldies, like bunch of different stuff. I was just you know brought around so a lot of it so much at an early age, and kind of just stuck with me.
What was like the situation where you first like okay, I want to try and make music?
That's a great question too. um, I mean, I guess we can say it started with the poetry shit. I mean, I was my pops wasn't a regular pops. You know what I mean? As a kid, he would try to do like he would read me bedtime stories. It was all Edgar Allan Poe, Robert Frost poetry. You know what I mean? And so that kind of turned into me writing my own poetry. And then I played ball. That was mainly what I wanted to do. But then after that, that wasn't panning out. And I kind of, throughout the, oh damn, I hit the mic and shit. Throughout the whole entire time while I was even, doing music and working on, or even playing basketball, like I was always writing no matter what, and just writing the shit that I go through. Um, and it kind of just carried. So my senior year in high school, when that came up, like I said, basketball was fading, the love for it was fading, but then my love for writing songs and all that shit was hitting. So then at that point, I just started getting on instrumentals and writing songs. You know what I mean? Like Drake instrumentals, Tyler the Creator instrumentals, Kendrick instrumentals, and just writing, writing, writing. And then it turned into, well, I told my pops, yeah, I'm trying to take music seriously. Well, he was a producer and a DJ and all this other stuff, and he knew the ins and outs of shit, and he's the one that forced me. And it was like, yo, you not finna just, rap. Like, that's whack. You know what I mean? And he pushed me to teach myself how to produce my own shit. That took a long ass time too for me to get like real comfortable with, making shit that I want to hop on too. You know what I mean? Like actually, write shit um to beats that I like writing over. And that took, a minute from 2015 to about, I want to say, like the beginning of 2017. And then kind of carried on from there. But then even from there, like I wasn't dropping no music, nothing. I cut it. So um, it kind of just morphed over time from poetry to writing over instrumentals to producing. Now I'm mixing and engineering my sound. Now I'm writing over the beats that I've produced and mixing and recording myself. And then it's become this. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that my dad pushed me because now I know how to do so many different things, and I never needed to depend on anybody really. You know what I mean? I even if I don't get the help, I can do it myself. But if I do get the help, shit, let's run it. Let's collaborate. Let's do what we got to do to make the best music possible.
What was the first point with after you started releasing stuff where you realized like, oh shit, like this is where I'm really gonna take it to the next level?
2019. 2019 is really that point in time where I dropped my first project. It was called Corazon, and it was 8 songs. And when we made that, that was really the time where I looked, because I had found myself too. I dropped music in 2018 too, under I Hate You Alex as well, like nothing different. You know, I had blonde hair and was just doing more lo-fi type style music, but and it was going well, but you know, I feel like I didn't find myself yet. When 2019 hit and me and Gabe connected back together, and you know, we started running over ideas and stuff that we could do, you know, together. Him, you know, directing and just helping me out with ideas and brainstorming and creative shit. Then it was like, okay, you know, and me wanting to explore more of my Latino heritage and where I actually come from, you know, picking my grandmother's brain, picking my father's brain, and just getting a bunch of history that I never got before. You know what I mean? And then I put it into that project, all into that project. And once we put that one out, I knew, like, I mean, that project surpassed, like as a whole, like as a total project between all streaming platforms, 100,000 like quick, like fairly like quick. And you know, even though it was spread out across all different types of platforms, like it was between Spotify, Apple Music, that number was just crazy to see. So it was just like, okay, we got something. But it was tough even after that, because now it's like, how do we build on that? How do we make this bigger? Because obviously this is a step in the right direction, but it's not where we want to be yet. Um, and that's what this whole journey from that point on to now has been. But at that moment, that project, 2019, that's really where I looked at that and what I'm doing and told myself, yeah, this feels right. This is gonna work. And you know, my team supported me through it. You know, my pops, my team, everybody supported me through it, and we just kept evolving the vision.
Hitting that moment where you're like, oh shit, this is it. And then immediately after we hit the pandemic,
Yeah.
like how did it feel from being like so hot and coming off that high to like going into like the whole world like not knowing what was going on? What happened with the pandemic and how that like affect you?
It affected me. It affected me also too, because like, you know, beyond just obviously being an artist, like I really care for my people. You know what I mean? And you know, I grew up around African American culture my whole life. That was my neighborhood. You know what I mean? That's where I grew up. You know, it's nothing but black and brown kids, and so that affected me emotionally as well, because it's just like it's fucked up what was going on in the world, what still goes on to this day. And then but obviously the artist side of it, where it's like I didn't put out music for so long, and then even like the music that I did put out, it was a 4-track EP that I did called ACAB. Um, that my homie, well, he's also part of the collective Loose Change. His name's VJ. Yeah, he produced that whole project, and you know, but even then, it was, I don't want to call it protest music, because it was way more than that. You know what I mean? It even to this day, I play that shit, and the homies play that shit, and it still sounds good. It sounds great. You know what I mean? But it was still revolved around that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it affected me a lot, because I couldn't drop. We had big plans. I even had a festival lined up to open up for Conway the Machine from Griselda. And like I said, when that shit happened, it you can't just ignore or act like everybody else is gonna ignore what's going on to listen to your shit. Even as such a like a big artist. You know what I mean? Like, so imagine me, an up and coming artist who, you know, I'm still trying to get my feet under me. Like the first project that we dropped was cool, but it wasn't like I didn't blow, quote unquote, blow up at that point just yet. You know what I mean? So it was tough. It made everything a lot harder. Um, you know, between the protests and the COVID and lockdown, and you know, you can't do much. Shooting videos was cool because nobody was really out. So I mean, you know, we took a chance, but we had a lot of open space to work with and shit. But still, like actually dropping music and really trying to push it during that time, it was tough, bro. It was tough. But me, I've always been the type to tell my homies, I don't care what age you are, I don't care what the numbers say. It's about how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? And I don't carry myself as like an old dude. Never. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a young spirit. And, you know, you're only as old as you make yourself, bro. So, you know, it was what it was. We're not going to hang our hats on that. It's not the end all be all. Let's get through it. Let's do what we can. And instead of doing nothing, and then once time passes on, like, we'll see where we end up at. And then that's how we got to my third EP project, whatever, called Rolla. But that was at the end of 2020, like December, I think is when we dropped it. And then that was more of like, okay, the music that I wanted to drop, you know, kind of getting back to normal, and still having hints of what the world was going through at the time, but more centered around the sound that I wanted to put out. You know what I mean? But a lot of shit got canceled because of that, bro. Like, a lot of shit was put to the side because it wasn't the time for it. And, you know, just gotta eat it on the chin and take it like a man and just keep it put. I believe in myself that much, though. Like, that tells you. Like, I believe in myself that much to where I can look at that situation and be like, okay, yeah, it's shitty, but if I'm as great as I think I am, and as I know I could be, that's not going to be the end all be all. And I can get through it and still be successful. I Hate You Alex came from an ex. We were friends before we had gotten together, and she had told me, you know, every time we link up, we trade stories, and, you know, she'd want my honest opinion, and I'm just an honest, blunt person. You know what I mean? And I just don't hold back. You want to know something I feel like I have the answer to, or you come to me looking for the answer, then I'm going to give you my answer, my honest opinion. And she would just come back at the moment, oh, you're wrong. Watch this. Come back a week later. You're fucking right. And she would just tell me after that, like, I fucking hate you, but you're right. And, you know, after one of those conversations, I went inside and literally, bro, like, laying down, and I hate those fucking stories where they're just like, it just came to me, but it really did happen like that. It popped into my head when I was laying down trying to think of another name to go by from the last name that I was before I Hate You, Alex. And it hit, bro. It hit, and it meant a lot to me. It wasn't nothing where I'm just like, let me put this in a name generator, and then, you know, it'll come up, and then we'll just roll with that. Like, no, it actually meant something to me because at the time, like, she had meant a lot to me as a friend. So, and I would notice, like, when I make jokes and shit like that, people always, like, when it's funny as fuck, everybody's like, I fucking hate you, bro. You're stupid as hell. You know what I mean? So it kind of all just made sense. The name itself did mean a lot. I mean, and it originally wasn't even supposed to be that. Like, it was an Instagram name, Twitter name, but my artist name was just supposed to be Alex, ALX. But then when we couldn't, well, not that when we couldn't, but when I just started dropping music, it just stuck. You know what I mean? It you know, it just stuck, and people fucked with it. And after that, we just rolled with it. We didn't even worry about changing it. You know, Corazon dropped, everything rolled well into that. You know, and that was like I was saying, where I feel like I found myself. You know what I mean? And we just kept rolling with it, bro. And I love it. Like you said, now so more than ever, because, you know, when you see me, when you meet me, you know, I don't give a fuck where I'm at, bro. I don't. Like, you see me on the street, bro, say what's up. Let's have a conversation. I can't wait to get to the point, bro, where, you know, a fan or whatever sees me from across the street and wants to have a cup of coffee with me, because I will sit down and have a cup of coffee with you, bro. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want my space and shit like that, but, you know, I'm a people's person. We could sit, we could chill, we could talk, we could vibe, you know what I mean? And I get along with everybody. You know what I mean? I love everybody. I just don't have a problem kicking it. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. And it's funny because of the name I Hate You, Alex. And I tell everybody about it, like, oh, what do you go by? What's your artist name? Oh, I Hate You, Alex. Like, I hate you? You got to take the hate out your name because you're such a nice person. And I'm just like, that's why I have the name the way I have it. It's beautiful contrast. But, you know, and it's just the way I see, no, you just got to carry yourself. You know, I hate you, Alex, but obviously you meet me, you talk to me, and I don't hate anybody. I love everybody, man. I love the shit that I do. I love the people that I'm with. I'm blessed and I'm happy that I get to live this life and just be who the fuck I've been becoming. You know what I mean? Who I've always been. It's been beautiful, and I love this shit, and that's why I will forever keep the name the same. Like it'll be I hate you, Alex, until time runs out. You know what I mean? That's who I am, and I love it. So
How important do you feel is having like a strong positive outlook on things, and how do you feel like that's helped you with like your careers?
man, I mean, look, I'll be the first one to tell you, not everything is positive. You know what I mean? Not everything is happy go lucky and the best shit in the world. You know what I mean? We go through it. We struggle. We fucking go through it. There's arguments behind the scenes, disagreements, shitty things that happen to us. You know, but every day I continue to put on that, and it's not a fake smile. I know what that feels like too. You don't got to be fake to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But you also, especially in a leadership position, you don't want to put that energy on anybody else. You want everybody to have fun and live life around you like how they already would, even if they didn't know you were going through something. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's that bad, then don't do anything. Don't go out. You know what I mean? But like, not everything is the most positive shit, and that's fine. I get it. You know what I mean? But staying positive and staying warm and comforting and, I mean, I'll put it to you this way for my team, right? I've always noticed when I have a bad day or when I'm acting a certain way because of something that just happened, whatever, it trickles down to the rest. And there's no stopping it. And it's a blessing and a curse for me, because it's a blessing because I'm in a leadership position with my team and they look up to me in that sense. And it's a curse because, if you are having a bad day or if you're going through it, your team is going to feel it. But they only feel it because they fuck with you and they love you so much and they care about you. So when we need to get shit done, we getting shit done. Ain't shit holding me back. No girl shit, no money shit, no drama between whoever the fuck. We getting that shit done. And we gonna have a good fucking time doing it. Because fuck that shit, bro. Like, do what you're set out to do. Like, I guess it's kind of more about that than even just the positivity aspect for me. I mean, like, stay positive, love as much as you can, for real. But also recognize that, ain't shit always gonna be positive and happy go lucky. Sometimes you just need to push through, man. Sometimes you just need to push the fuck through. And at the end of it, you'll find out that you'll feel better and your people's gonna thank you for it at the end of the day. And there's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? So eventually you'll get that time to talk it out with whoever you trust, and you'll feel better about it later. But keeping that, just, we gonna get through it. You gonna be all right. You gonna be cool. And keep it pushing, man. Put a smile on your face. Put that work in. Loose Change, a collective that me and my dad has started. Started from a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Me and my dad were watching a documentary called Loose Change 9/11, and we were in the studio, and he was like, "What if the label name was Loose Change Records?" And I looked at him and I was just like, I mean, that's not that's not bad, I mean, shit, it could work. I fuck with it, because we were searching for, like, my pops was with me on that. We were searching. I would tell him, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I'm trying to find, you know what I mean? And obviously, like, it started, like, the name Loose Change Records, but I never wanted anything to be a record label. I'm not here to sign people and all types of shit. No, bro. Like, I am an artist and a creative just like anybody else that's involved in the group. You know what I mean? I just wanted a collective of people that were talented, put the work in, and love the shit that they do. They're passionate, and we all support each other. That's it. Loose Change just, the branding of that itself just come with it. You know what I mean? So, that's how that started, and it's been going ever since. And there's been people that have came in that ain't here no more. You know what I mean? There was, before who I have in Loose Change now, there was a few different heads and faces that was, a part of Loose Change. And and they're not here no more. You know what I mean? And then some got dropped, and others came in. They got dropped. Another flock came in, until finally I got the 12 people that I have involved in Loose Change, and these are the people that I talk with every day, about anything, ideas, bullshit, memes. We make fun of each other. We talk shit, bro, all day. uh, make like screenshot each other when we making an ugly face in a picture and just get on each other, bro. Like, it's a family, man. It's really a family thing, and you know that shit is in itself is important. You need to have that structure, and I guess that just goes right along with how important it is having a team behind you. I was the person that was all for the I mix, I master, I engineer, I produce, I write, I do the hooks, and I sing, and I shot this cover art, and da 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 da. I was the main one, bro. And at the end of the day, the only thing I became was fucking stressed out. Like, you don't want to be the only one doing everything, bro. Like, it's not it. You know what I mean? And especially when you come across people that are better than you and doing what you're trying to do for yourself that want to help you. Oh man, ain't nothing like it, bro. Go ahead, take that shit from me, so I can focus on music and do what I need to do here. And I know you got it handled over there, please. And for me, credit ain't never a fucking thing. I don't know what the deal is with everybody about giving credit and fighting for shit and percentages. Bro, producers, I go half and half. I'm just grateful you didn't charge me a crazy upfront fee. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to T-Watt, Latrell James, and Fully Surfing, and all these producers that I've been working with, even Da Vinci. Like, bro, these producers show mad love. They don't have to. You know what I mean? And the least I can do right now, I mean, up until when I actually get it like that, everybody getting paid, man. But, the least I can do is, what? Credit here, credit there. Put them in the description, put them in the caption, 50-50 all the way, bro. I don't care. I don't do this shit for money, bro. I don't do this shit for, stream numbers. All that shit could burn and go to hell, bro. I don't care. I do this shit because I love to make music, and I love to make people feel good. And I love to, impact everybody in a positive way as much as I can, through my stories and through my experiences and through what I think sounds great. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me. Let's put out good music. That's it. Let's just put out good music. Let's help the world that way. You know what I mean? And having a team help me do that is the only reason why I get this shit done, and do it to the best of my abilities, because I can focus on doing what I need to do on my end. I can tell it ain't nothing but a word. Hey, Gabe. Hey, Marquise. Hey, Jay. Nick. I'll bring Nick in a couple times and be like, yo, what you think about this? Should I rewrite something, or you hear something different? What you hear? You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Bam. I'm taking this out and re-recording it. You know what I mean? Like, you need that. Not every idea you come up with is the best shit since sliced bread, or whatever the fuck that phrase is. Like, you can't get caught up on your own dick either, bro. I'm just gonna keep that buck with you. Like, that's just what it is. You need input, and having a team that you trust and that you're hard on just as much, like, is mad important, as much as you being talented and having the drive and the passion as well. It's all those components. It's everything. You know what I mean? My manager, Aaron, kills it for me. I mean, always coming up with ideas and, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to get on this. Be on TikTok more. Be on social media more. Hey, make a song like this. Try this out. Try something different. Get me out of my comfort zone. Move me out of place. And I'll always find my way back. It's a mutual movement with each other, and a mutual friction that we just have, that you need to become great. Does everybody want to become great? Well, I mean, only time will tell, because it all shows through your actions and what you're willing to accept. I could have easily, years ago, when I got criticism from my manager about certain things, or, the homies telling me certain shit sucks. I think these people tell me shit suck all the time. I could have got mad years ago. I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So have that team around you, and build, and take the criticism, man. Because it's criticism, it doesn't mean it's hate. You know what I mean? The difference. Because of my boy, thank you, Gabe. We just did a whole New Year's Eve, or just a New Year's shoot for Shockaware. I mean, the clothing brand. And it's shit like that, right? That's again back to the team shit. You know what I mean? They will open up if you have people part of this team that everybody's doing their part, they will have opportunities for you just as much as you should have for them. So, that's a key thing to have, like, you know, everybody just opening up and opening the doors for each other. Only reason why I've been able to do shows in Arizona and really get that bitch cracking is because the homie Roy, that I do music with, Roy Rudo, great artist. He holds it down in Arizona. You know what I mean? I go out there every time to perform, and we have cracking crowd that fuck with us. Every time the crowd gets bigger. You know what I mean? So, the opportunities, man, that come with having a team, it really opens shit up for you. And just events, like we threw events this year, wouldn't be possible if I didn't have the people that I have part of my team. And that's what you want to do. You want to grow. You want to have, like, every time you throw something, it's something different. It's something fresh. It's something people can experience, and not just, oh, I saw it on Instagram and liked it and I shared it without me. Like, no, bro, this is, we create experiences. You know what I mean? Like the Caffeine and Weed theater show that we had this year, we sold mugs and coffee. And then we had a whole screening and a live performance with my live band, Command Z, that I work with a lot too. The Ice Pack rooftop shit on Beverly Hills. We had a big ass inflatable fucking projector screen with, it was a car meet, but we played and premiered the video there. So it's like, shit like that is the shit that's possible. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, the opportunities, Shock Aware, we had an opportunity and the whole gang got an opportunity, like Loose Change, for Beats. So we're going to be on like a little Beats ad campaign soon. Yeah, I mean that. And then, shit, what else? The YG 400 shoot. I did a 400 shoot for YG's clothing brand. And that was dope. You know what I mean? And yeah, dude, it's just, it's the opportunities that open up, man. I can't get over it. When you run shit with a team and have good people to back you, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And you guys get to help each other out and grow the relationship that way, and you get stronger, man. Every argument, every opportunity, and every, success that started with, maybe we could change this. This could be better. It all grows the bond that much tighter. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about.
End of the year right now.
It's fucking tomorrow, bro.
So, you said before you weren't really like a too big of a goal guy.
Yeah.
Thing. But did you have any goals for 2022? And do you feel like you hit them?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, not really a goals guy in the sense of like, oh my God, I'm gonna hit the gym for like 3 months, and then, you know what I mean? Like, not that type. I'm gonna do. I don't bullshit myself, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But for sure, a couple things off the top of my head that was on my list, just not even just the goals for 2020, just something that I needed to do for me to be that much of a bigger, better artist. You know what I mean? Is linking and connecting more with the connections that I made. That was a big one. I follow people on Instagram and they follow me back and we talk here and there, but actually putting the shit together and like talking with the people in person, getting to know these people, like pulling up to studio sessions and working with people in studio sessions, not just I get the beat from you and I work on it here and then I send it back. Okay, I like it. All right, bet, let's put it out. It's cool, but after a certain point, you want to get to where you're like working with these artists in person and y'all getting shit done like right then and there, and it's a vibe. You know what I mean? That shit's important. And I did that this year, and it helped out a lot. One of the newest members of Loose Change, amazing producer, bro, Sluli, and then also Marcos J. Teno, who is like Sluli's right hand man and someone that's been supporting me since 2019. Perfect example, bro. We had a weekend set after I found this pack of beats that I don't know where it came from at first. I was like, yo, these beats are amazing. Who the fuck is this from? And then I reached out to Marcos because I seen it in my email, it had the name of it, and I was like, oh, this shit's from Marcos. And I hit a Marcos. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? That's El Compas Luli. He's a producer, dog. I've been trying to tap y'all in. And I'm like, bro, he's amazing. Well, I guess he had a spot in Slow, San Luis Obispo for like a couple months. And he was like, I got my studio shit here, bro. Let's run a session. Come out here for a weekend. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Off the beats that I heard, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like for me, this might be it. This might be where I find my go-to right-hand man producer, like my 40. Drake and 40, Kanye, Mike Dean, Kendrick and Soundwave, you know what I mean? Like, your go-to guy who oversees the shit. And like, you know, I just had such a feeling about that. And it was crazy, bro, because 2 weeks before we had set for that trip, I got COVID and I got in a car accident. And I literally told my mom after the car accident, because we had lunch for her birthday. And I literally told her, like, I deadass feel like somebody is, not somebody, but like just the evils is working, you know what I mean? And I feel like something is trying to stop me from getting there. And it's making me even more hungry to go out there and do this shit. And it's validating even more what I already felt. And now I just gotta get there. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get in there and be uncomfortable. I can't wait to get in there and make beats on the spot and be up till 4 in the fucking morning and then only get 2 hours of sleep and then go back right at it again. And that's exactly what the fuck happened, bro. We linked up, we made that studio session happen, and, you know, we made some dope ass records. We shot a music video. We made 5 records, shot a music video, and, you know, even one of the records is going to be the intro to my second project in the year. It comes out in 2023. And it's great. It's one of the songs I performed at the show. It was called Compa. It was with the horns. You know, who got the Lucifer hat, but he still believe in Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, that was made that weekend. And then ever since then, you know, me, Marcos, Sluli, Nick, like, we've all created this bond. And, you know, Sluli's part of Loose Change, obviously. That is just like unlike any other, bro. Sluli being the great producer that he is, trusting me in my art. I trust him in his ears. Tell him too, like, hey, what you think about this? You know what I mean? And that was all just from that weekend alone. So I more than accomplished what I had went for in 2022. And now for 2023, and again, we switch it up and, you know, we get even more uncomfortable and we experiment even more. And I got a couple challenges already in my head, you know, from my manager and just my peoples around me and shit that we want to see each other do and they want to see me do. And I'm ready for it. I'm here, man. I'm ready. No, yeah, at 2023, one of my goals for the year is to drop 2 projects. And the first one's gonna be with Da Vinci. We're dropping the lead single late January, and actually we're gonna do a merch drop with that as well. Also with probably an event, like a video premiere event. And the dude that I got to do the merch for this one, the song's called For You. And yeah, the dude that I got to do the merch for this, he just did Babyface Ray's merch and he just did Absol's merch. And he did the cover art for The House is Burning. And it's so beautiful because he's Latino as well, bro. And his name is also my name, Alex, but he goes by RP Ism. And man, bro, he just, the shit that he had, that we got ready to come out with for this shit, for this drop is in fucking insane, bro. And, you know, that in itself has got me excited. So like, and then of course we'll see what the EP itself brings, because that'll just be the single for that EP with Da Vinci, and then, you know, hoping to drop that EP like April probably, and then we'll probably drop something else like a video off that project later, and then we'll start getting into Compa, which is going to be the, I don't want to say album, I like saying project, but the project, you know, this Da Vinci one probably gonna be like 5, maybe 6 tracks, if that, maybe 4. But the Gongpa project is gonna be 10 to 12 songs, and that's shit that we've been working on even from this year. Like I said, the intro title song is called Compa, you know, caffeine and weed. A couple of songs that I already got ready for that shit is already in the cut. Still need a few more records, but got a lot of time to make it perfect. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a big one for me. And this Da Vinci one is, man, this is fun. It's fun, bro. It's a fun. I'm gonna play you some shit when we're off camera. That's off both projects. But you know, this Da Vinci one, I'm excited for, bro. The lead single was amazing. We got a video shot for it. Fire, bro. We had a whole set, and I just showed my manager and his girl the clip. I'll show you the video too. But the test run that we got of the video, and literally, it's so fire. And they were just like, how long did this take? Like 2, 3 days? And when I told them we shot that shit in 6 hours, they lost their fucking shit. Like, Aaron already knew, but his girl didn't know. And she was like, what? 6 hours? And I mean, 7 really, because we paid for the extra hour for like extra cleanup time and shit. But that shit was just, I mean, we were working with sets and big cameras, and the homie Ryan Fam came in and was just killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had the little headsets on. It was mad professional. Excuse me. And you know, that video is just gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that one to drop and people to see. And then, you know, like I said, everything else that's gonna come off that Da Vinci project, it's fun, bro. It's gonna be a really fun project. I'm excited. And then, yeah, the second project of the year, which is gonna be the home run. You know what I mean? Hella videos, singles, you know, running that shit up. You know, really keeping my foot on the gas pedal this year. Consistency. You know what I mean? Like, even this past year, bro, I only dropped 2 singles and 2 videos. One, the Something Sweet video, I don't know if you got to see that one, but I did the show that night. We recorded the rest of what we had. My homie Malik was in from Atlanta, and he was documenting the whole weekend, and then he documented the show. He literally edited that shit Sunday morning, 6 in the morning, and we dropped that shit that day. Next day type shit, wasn't even planned, and we just said, fuck it, we put it out. And then Ice Pack, which was a video only on YouTube, and then Defrost and Consequences in the beginning of the year. And that was it. You know what I mean? Just something to keep the shit going. But this year is all about the consistency in singles and projects and videos and events. All of it. Like, it's not just one thing this time. And I feel like I'm more prepared than ever. So, yeah, 2023.
What are the first 2 songs from you they should check out?
Man, that's a good ass question. There's a lot, bro. I mean, I'm just gonna cheat. I would say, go check out Corazon, my first project in 2019. I really feel like you'll fall in love with. I mean, me personally, you'll fall in love with probably the whole project, but you know, there's gonna be at least a couple songs on there that you're gonna fuck with. Like Teen Angels is a fan favorite. Bottom of Your Heart is another fan favorite. But then the album cuts like Abuela's Interlude, which is very personal to me, is about, you know, my grandmother and showing appreciation for our grandparents. Even the intro song, Long Day, which was the outro, just, we put a really, really nice project together. Go check that out. You know, run through that shit. But then after that, Consequences and Defrost, for sure. Go check those out. Those are the ones that we dropped this year. And they got videos, both of them. So, you know, I would say, yeah, go check that stuff out. And it's really, you know, really fun, good music. It's great music and great production. Defrost is produced by Buckley. He's out there in San Diego, I believe. Great producer. Under the radar producer. He's up and coming too, but great. Consequences was produced by T.Y. and Latrell James. Big producers. They got plaques and shit already, bro. Like, they're the GOATs. I mean, to even have their names under something that I've done is already like a big dream come true for me. You know, especially, you know, considering what T.Y. himself alone has produced, and then just both of them together. I mean, it's amazing. And the fact that they fucked with my shit like enough to let me put it out, you know, really, really good energy on both of those tracks. So yeah, go check those out. And then the Corazon project. I'm just gonna throw that in there. And then if you really fuck with crazy wonky music videos and you like luchador shit, go check out the Day One music video, because we turned my backyard into a luchador match for the one time.
Any advice you would give to up and coming artists?
Yeah, we already touched on one. Have a team. Have a team and build with your team. Trust each other and accept the criticism. It's the biggest thing that's helped me to this point. You're gonna get mad and people are gonna piss you off and shit's gonna get uncomfortable, but you need to go through that. Just because you make one bad song, it doesn't mean you're a bad artist. You know what I mean? Push through. Believe in yourself. It's a journey. I would say remember that too. It's a journey. That don't mean slack off, and it don't mean mistake it for complacency and just not do shit and let the moment come to me. No, you gotta force the inspiration. I learned that too. It's the reason why I quit smoking, like I just told you off camera, when I quit for a minute, because I needed to recalibrate and refocus. Kind of lost my way a little bit with it, and it's fine. You know what I mean? I know for me and myself, like, as long as I had the discipline enough to say that, I'm always gonna be straight. Discipline yourself. Practice those. You know what I mean? Like, take those tolerance breaks and don't drink for a month. You know what I mean? Drink water. Stay up on your hygiene. You know what I mean? All the good shit. Keep yourself healthy, because the world needs you. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing it for. Remember the bigger picture. So that'd be a couple little things in there, but that'd be overall my whole advice.
Who's one artist that should do an interview next?
Mark Luggs. Mark Luggs, for sure. Definitely Mark Luggs. He has an amazing story, bro. He has an amazing story, amazing artist, and he's gonna be another one. We gonna be right up there together, bro. We talk every day, man. Like, not every day, but he knows the deal, and my line is always open. We just talked the other day. We bullshit all the time, talk about how the Lakers suck right now and yada yada yada. So, but amazing guy, man. Amazing artist, amazing story, and the fact that he isn't dead or in jail is a blessing to this world. So definitely get that man on ASAP. We need to hear it.
Good. Final thoughts and shout outs.
Yeah, man, fuck. Final thoughts. Shit. Stay productive. Discipline yourself. Fucking, let's have a crazy year. 2023, go in strong, man. Foot on your neck all the way through. And then, fuck, there's just so much. There's just so much I can say. But no, definitely, like, this is the year to get it done. This is the year to apply pressure. This is the year where, everything, I don't know if you caught that, but shout out to the homie screaming. But this is the fucking time to really apply that pressure and be him. Be that motherfucker, man. Be the best one on the court. And just get it done. Fuck anything slowing you down. Get it the fuck done. And then shout out to the squad, man. Shout out to my peoples. Marquise going crazy. Jay Jamario. Thank you, Gabe. Nick Reed. Roy Rudo. Nappy High. Donovan Ransom. He's got some shit, dope, fire ass video coming out that I'm actually acting in as a cartel henchman. Appreciate y'all. Shit. Gage Garza, my video director. Love you, boy. He's the reason why I got any of these videos done this year. Couldn't do it without him. Thank you, Gabe. I probably already said him, but fuck it. Mark Lux, man. Dion, his video director as well. Malik from 87th, the man with no middle name. Shout out my boy over there. And yeah, shit, Aaron Lederer, my manager, doing great things, bro. Not just for me, for like he manages a lot of other dope producers like L. Evans, Kaz. I work with them too. So shout out to them. Charlie Heat, all them, bro. Much love to you guys. Let's get it. We're gonna have a big year. And fuck, man, we here. Love.